I'm
rahmatullah.
17 years old. Oh, when I was 14 and 15 during my early teens, I was quite really very close to Allah and I had a very good relationship with Him. And I was able to abstain myself from sins and I had a very good contentment of the heart. But as I entered my high school, my environment changed and everything changed around me. And I started falling into so many sins. Every day I used to take a step that moves me away from Allah. I just did not take it so seriously because I felt it was just a small step. But continuing this for almost a year, I've completely changed me. It put my heart and soul into darkness. Now that I want to get back to Allah, my heart is very badly wanting to do good deeds and get closer to Allah, but my body has got so much addicted to sins that I'm not able to leave, though my heart wants to leave it. I'm not able to do good deeds, though I want to do it. I have got so much into darkness that I don't know what to do about it. I'm just not finding a way to get back to Allah, and I just need a solution for my problem.
All right. I would like to ask you a question, Kulthum. Do you know how to read in the Mus'haf? Can you hear me?
I used to, but like I was reading the Quran like few days ago, but I just stopped due to my education, and I don't.
Okay, I want to ask you another question. Well, the first question was whether you're able to read or not. I know nowadays you slow down or maybe you're not reading. The other question is, well, with regards to this kind of addicting certain sins, doesn't involve watching what is forbidden?
Sometimes yes.
Okay, I got your questions and I exactly know what you're talking about. You can hang up and listen to the answer now. Yesterday, we heard a similar question from one brother from France, I believe. And subhanallah, last night in the Taraweeh, I was giving the dars and I happened to answer like the brother inspired me, because Ramadan is a turning point and it should be a turning point. And among the sins which the person can really become an addict to is watching porn. Because it's easy, it's convenient, it doesn't cost anything, and reachable at any time, even at school, and the school bus, at home. Everybody is thinking that I'm studying, but I'm not studying, I'm watching what is forbidden. And this is like what Ibn al-Jawzi, may Allah have mercy on him, said years and years ago. It's like somebody, like a horse walking in a very narrow street or avenue. As you know that the horse does not go backward. So the further it walks, the more it gets stuck and it cannot come back. This is not to make you despair or anything, but this is to make you seriously think about the consequences of saying just today, next week, next year, and it seems like it never comes. And you think I can quit whenever I want to. And Kulthum is very honest. And yesterday the brother was very sincere when he said, I cannot quit. It's Ramadan and I cannot quit. I don't know what to do. I used to be practicing. And this is the thing which melts any person, even if he is a strong believer. Serious steps to be taken. Number one, to take advantage of the blessedness of the month of Ramadan, because the Almighty Allah said that He chained most of Satan's in Ramadan. So what is really affecting me is not shaitan, it is the inner desire. It is the lustful, evil desire. And if I count on, okay, I would tell myself not to do it, it is not sufficient. There must be some practical steps to be taken, such as never, ever be alone. Even when you have the chance, because you know the consequences of being alone. Never lock yourself in a room, even if your parents say you are in high school, you are in medical school, you need to study, we'll give you some privacy. Never give yourself that privacy. Surround yourself with a good company. If you know that there have been some evil influence because of bad company, sever your relations with them immediately. Put a filter on your phone, devices, internet, so that even it doesn't come by accident. When you delete the history, not only from your device, but from your heart as well. In nature, there is nothing called emptiness. Everything is full. It's either full with air or with liquids or whatever. I'm just giving an example which I like to give all the time of a glass or a bottle. When you drink half of it, you don't say it's half full or half empty. It's full, but I only see half of it full of liquid or drink or water, correct? Right away the other half is filled with air. The heart is a vessel. If you don't keep filling it with goodness, automatically evil will replace the goodness which leaked out of it. The reason I asked you whether you know how to read in the Mus'haf or not, because when I make a deal, the deal will be as follows. That if I were to get weak and do the sin again, number one, I would have to pray 10 rak'ahs. 2, I would give $10, not 10 rupees. I would fast for 3 days. I would read 2 paras of the Quran. And also, and I want you to bear patiently with me. Like if there is a pressing urge, like the loss is at its utmost, I need to watch this, or I need to do whichever sin I'm addicted to. Say, okay, just give me 20 minutes. I'm going to read 1 para of the Quran. Then after I finish, I would do this. What is the purpose? The purpose because you're tricking your hawa, your inner desire, your lust, your shaitan outside Ramadan. Because automatically after you read Quran and you look into the Mus'haf and you get inspired by the word of Allah, guess what? MashaAllah, it increases the level of your iman. And as a result, you become a better believer. You become a better servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The hadith, somebody will say, Sheikh, you've taken so long in answering this question. Yes, even I wish to spend the whole episode. Because I love you, Sister Kulthum, and the brother who called yesterday for asking help and seeking guidance, because that means and it shows you guys are sincere and you're suffering and you need a serious help. I directed the brother yesterday to follow the Aware Academy of Wael Ibrahim, likewise with you, sister, because they have some practical steps. But here what I'm saying is, let's begin right away. Let's begin right away. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, every time you commit the sin, you make wudu and you pray 2 rak'ahs seeking forgiveness, the sin will be as if it didn't take place. In addition to the bunch of penalties that you have imposed on yourself, you will realize that it's not worth it. And you will realize how much sins and how much time you're wasting in committing such sins. So, strengthen your iman by increasing the level of faith, by adding to your scale of good deeds as many good deeds as possible. Allah the Almighty says, my servant will continue to come closer to me, to walk forward towards me through offering nawafil until I love him. And once I love him, I become his sight with which he sees, his hearing with which he hears, his hands, his legs. And the meaning of this metaphor, that these faculties of senses and the body limbs and the body parts will be only utilized in things that is pleasing to Allah the Almighty. So do increase your nawafil. Do increase the recitation of the Quran. Do increase giving in charity in order to increase and raise the level of iman. May Allah protect us all against all sorts of deviation.